Hello everyone, I'm Seth with Exotic Motorsports, and this is our 2012 Porsche Cayenne with 85,135 miles. You'd never know the year and mileage just by looking at it. It still has very modern styling and very little wear on it. It does have some very small defects throughout the front, just some basic rock chips, things like that. Nothing serious, nothing that stands out. It's all very unnoticeable unless you get right on the paint and you're really looking for it. Otherwise, the front end of this car looks fantastic. Looking at the driver's side front fender, we've got no marks there. The front fender looks really good. I do apologize for this wind. It's a very windy day here in Oklahoma. I'm doing my best to speak up. Please bear with me. Front driver's side wheel does not have any rash or any defects on it. The wheel looks great. Driver's side mirror, no issues there either. The mirror looks really good. Looking at the front driver's side door, we've got no marks on that. Rear driver's side door also looks flawless, no issues there either. Rear driver's side wheel, beautiful split 5-spoke design. No wear on that wheel whatsoever either. Rear driver's side quarter panel, we do have that small blemish there. Not very noticeable, very small and insignificant. The rest of the quarter panel looks great. Moving along to the back bumper, do have parking sensors and reverse camera. It does have a few small blemishes like that scuff there on the back left, just under the rear hatch. We've got a couple scratches. That specific area just along there on the top of the rear bumper where the hatch closes is a very high wear area on just about any vehicle due to loading and unloading cargo from the back. You're kind of bound to rub off on some of that paint. But the bumper itself overall looks really, really good. And this paint here, you can see where the sun is hitting it directly. Tons of metallic flake in it, tons of personality. I think it looks phenomenal. And here on the rear hatch by the passenger tail light, we do have a scratch there and then one just above it. There's also a little bit of marking going across the tail light as well. If you can see that, that's probably the most obvious flaw in the entire car. Still not a huge deal, but it is there. And then on the passenger side of the back bumper, we do have some very light scuffing on the side of the bumper there. Looking at the passenger side rear quarter panel, we've got no flaws, no issues there. It looks great. Rear passenger wheel, again, no scuffing, no issues with the lip of the wheel or anything like that. Wheel looks fantastic. Looking at the rear passenger door, very minor scratching towards the center of the door there. Very mild defects. And here on the front passenger door, we have some very, very light scratching just above the door handle. But otherwise, door panels look great. Passenger mirror, a little bit of scuffing here on the outside, but very, very minor. Again, I'm being very nitpicky here, trying to point out every tiny little defect. A few rock chips on the side of the front fender, very small. Otherwise, looks fantastic. Front passenger wheel, no rash, no defects, looks great. I will go ahead and walk around the vehicle from a 1-foot distance to give you a better big picture idea of the overall condition of the car. The badge also has some wear on it here on the front. I did miss that, I apologize. So the Porsche badge on the hood is not perfect. But like I was saying, here at Exotic Motorsports, we do these comprehensive walk-around videos to give our out-of-state buyers the confidence and peace of mind they need to purchase a vehicle from us, sight unseen if they choose to do so. Walking around a vehicle from a 1-foot distance is a lot more indicative of what you might notice on a day-to-day basis and helps separate the larger, more obvious flaws from the smaller, less significant ones, giving you a better, well-rounded idea of the condition that the vehicle is in. It's easy to make a vehicle sound like it's in worse condition than it really is by pointing out every little defect that it has. But we believe in full disclosure and complete transparency. So hopefully by me walking around this vehicle, you have a better understanding of the condition it's really in. That a lot of these really tiny defects any used car would have, and you probably wouldn't notice it if you owned it. Moving on to the interior, Very nice beige interior with silver and black accents. We have the child window safety button there. Rear hatch, we have one-touch windows for all four. This one is missing the silver trim on the driver's side for the top button. We have power adjustable mirrors. They are power folding as well. And they do have blind spot assist. Heated and cooled power adjustable leather perforated memory seats. So the seats are heated, cooled, have memory options, power adjustable, full leather, and perforated. Lots going on there. Bose premium audio. Very nice WeatherTech floor mats. They fit great. Condition of the seat looks awesome. No wear in the seat at all. Looks great. Now I can get in here out of the wind. I don't have to yell at you guys anymore. It is turnkey. It does not have the keyless go option. I believe that's Mercedes. Whatever Porsche's push to start system is, or I guess keyless system, because they don't have a push to start. They still have a fob that's just fixed and you turn it. Regardless of what that is, this doesn't have it. So you just insert the key like normal. Here in the gauge cluster, we're reading 85,135 miles. You have all kinds of features on the gauge cluster just by itself, as far as fuel, water temp, and then you can cycle through here. You can get trip info, navigation, tire pressure, and additional gauges like actual water temperature, oil pressure readouts specifically, and I believe there's more options even still. And you have speedometer, tachometer, oil pressure and oil temp over there, and an analog gauge. Over here is your infotainment system, so obviously you have your media controls, navigation, things like that. HVAC controls are down here. So for the driver's side, you have temp, fan speed, blower position, and then your heated and cooled seats. Passengers, same deal, just all on the right side. And if it's just you in the car, you can hit mono and it will match the passenger settings to the driver. We have different driving settings over here as far as sport mode, traction control, different terrains, and things of that nature. Very clean cup holders. Passenger seat looks good. Very clean, no wear in that. Passenger door panel looks great. Passenger also has power adjustable memory heated and cooled seats, same privileges as the driver. The dash looks great, no UV damage or anything like that. This is very difficult to see from the outside, so I'll point it out right here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the windshield actually does have a crack in it. It's not very big, but there is a very small crack right there. Do have a power sunroof right there, and then additional controls up here like universal garage door modes. You have door 1, 2, and 3, dome lights, map lights, parking sensor toggle, things like that. So this car does have a pretty good number of features. You can also manually shift the vehicle by either sliding it over into this manual shift mode, or you can use these shifters here on the steering wheel as well. Whether you push in this button here or push it back out towards you will determine if you up or downshift. And here in the back, we also have very nice, flawless leather tan seats in the back here. They look great, more all-weather floor mats to help keep your car clean. And then we do have rear heated seats as well, which is super nice. Here's our 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6. This is a great platform, very reliable, and makes a lot of torque at a really low RPM. So much like higher trim Mercedes and Audi. It's not designed for just raw peak power output. It's designed to make as much torque as it can at the lowest RPM, so it doesn't have to rev out to move the vehicle, or it doesn't have to downshift to keep the RPMs high. This allows it to drive under 2,000 RPM for most of the time, giving you a really smooth driving experience, which is really, really nice on vehicles like this. It drives incredibly smooth. It's really all I can say. Keeping the RPMs down means it's quieter, it's smoother, and it drives like a dream. It floats. The way the suspension is tuned in this car, the way the engine puts down power, it's just a very smooth, very enjoyable experience. And for the amount of creature comforts you get, the driving experience, and just everything involved in this Cayenne, you cannot beat what you get for the money. So that is our 2012 Porsche Cayenne. If you have any further questions, please feel free to check out the sales listing on our website at exoticmotorsportsok.com. Thank you for watching.